Hey, I'm Austin for the Squared Circle Shoot, and we're counting our lucky stars as it seems that Vince has stepped away from the creative once again. This week's episode of Smackdown actually provided a show for us. We actually got to see things and not just backstage segments and a couple of squash matches. Now, tonight started off great with a Brawling Brutes versus Imperium match. Honestly, it's a match that could have been set for a pay-per-view if it was 5 minutes longer. The crowd was absolutely wild for the match. Like, everybody enjoyed it. There was big spots from both teams. There was nothing that I can say bad about it, honestly. And the Brawling Brutes win their match, but of course, Sheamus gets the pin, but not on Gunther. Then it goes into a Paul Heyman interview, where obviously he mentions the 1,000-day streak of Roman Reigns, because that's really all they're going for with this. Solo stares down Jay, and Roman Reigns hints at the bloodline breaking up if he don't win. Well, gee, Solo will take him out. I mean, there's nothing that they haven't done before. They kind of need to break up the bloodline, and that's what they're teasing at. That goes into a Ricochet and Ivar match, where they're two very, very different styles of wrestling. They flow together really well. Ivar shows off a bunch of talent on his end that I don't know if he showed off before, because like I said, haven't watched a lot of his matches. He's definitely assisted by Ricochet, as I know Ricochet is one of the top talents in WWE at the moment. One shooting star press locks it away though. Ricochet wins that match. This goes straight into a backstage segment with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, where Sami is, "Oh no, I feel so bad. I have to talk to Jay. I don't know what is going wrong." KO tells it's a bad idea, and Sami, of course, has to do it anyway. Something I noticed about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I don't know if it's because they're French-Canadian or what, but all of their segments where they're doing a promo or something along the lines just feels poorly acted. It just feels like Hallmark movie acting. Next up is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Shotzi and Natalya. It's a very short match that has a decent amount of flubs. Shows Raquel's strength pretty well. Nothing really special. Raquel and Liv Morgan win, which just justifies their championship shot. Then there's a backstage segment with LA Knight where he talks about how he wasn't at WrestleMania, and then makes fun of Xavier Woods for only being on there because of his video games. Fair enough. That goes into Triple H going out to the ring. Michael Cole mentions, now running this place is Triple H? Is that announcing something? Or is it just stating the obvious? Triple H announces the WWE draft, says it's going to be the biggest one ever, then introduces Rhea Ripley. As Triple H is walking out, he shakes Rhea, Dominic, and Damian Priest's hand, but he does the click thing with Finn Balor. Definitely a show of appreciation there, I would say. Rhea Ripley gets a mic, she brags about beating Charlotte Flair, Finn Balor calls out Edge, and then the crowd doesn't let Dominic talk, and then Priest calls out Bad Bunny. Immediately after that, Rey comes out with the Latino World Order, and that goes into the tag match between Rey and Escobar versus Priest and Dom. It's a basic match for the most part. Escobar comes in, the match picks up the pace a little bit, everybody's looking really good. Then obviously after some outside interference, because what is going on? Why does the WWE have to use outside interference for every single one of their matches that means anything? It's great, I love it, it's such a good plot point. It doesn't build any heel towards the actual heels. But yeah, all these interference endings are really doing for me is just finding that the booking sucks. Like, they don't have any choreography for the end of a match without someone coming in and interfering. It sucks, and it's been happening way too often across all of the shows that I've seen so far. Like, I don't understand. So interference happens, confusion, Priest gets the pin. Then we're back to backstage with Sami, and he finds Jay, and they have a little bit of conversation. Says the same stuff that he's already said a million times, and then Solo Sikoa jumps Kevin Owens. That goes into the Sami Zayn and Jey Uso match, where Sami says that Kevin Owens is hurt. The match itself, Sami's looking really strong, he's winning the match, and then Solo Sikoa comes out, because obviously Sami hits a superplex, which was pretty cool. The match is going fine, then Sami gets spiked by Solo, and then Jay wins. Jay then watches Solo Sikoa beat up Sami, but he stops the spike, and we're like, oh, is this gonna happen right now? Is this what's happening right now? Oh my god. And then he kicks Sami Zayn, continues beating him up, and then Matt Riddle comes out of nowhere. He solos Solo and Jay, and then the show ends. All in all, though, the show was not terrible, especially in comparison to Monday's show. We got a little bit more than what we got from Monday, definitely. No squash matches. Not like 75% backstage segments. There's not much to complain about, and hopefully Triple H takes the reins from here on out. I'm Austin for Squared Circle Shoot. If you like the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and other than that, yeah, bye.